This is Beyond the Soundbites. You're about to watch Member of Parliament for Southwest St. Elizabeth, Floyd Green, Gsat Award Ceremony.
All right, so we're on to the next item, which is Miss Tracy Ann Myers, who will be giving us a special item. Miss Tracy Ann, give her a round of applause. She's also the secretary at the office. I heard that she have a good voice. I don't know, you'll be the judge. I've heard her before, but I'm not gonna be biased. She sounds good. So when she comes, show your love by giving her rounds of applause.
Good afternoon, everybody. I don't know why, but I always get nervous at this kind of functions. So if I sound a bit off, it's because I'm nervous. There will be mountains that I will have to climb, and there will be battles that I will have to fight. But victory or defeat, it's up to me to decide. But how can I expect to win if I never try? I just can't give up now. I've come too far from where I've started from. And nobody told me that the road would be easy, and I don't believe he's brought me this far to leave me. Never said there wouldn't be trials, never said I would fall, never said that everything would go the way I want it to go. But when my back is against the wall and I feel like hope is gone, I just lift my head up to the sky and say, help me to be strong. I just can't give up now. I've come too far from where I've started from. And nobody told me that the road would be easy, and I don't believe he's brought me this far to leave me. And nobody told me that the road would be easy, and I don't believe he's brought me this far to leave me.
She says she's nervous, not true, but she still sounds very good. Not true? Yes. Well, my name is Whitney, and back in the days, any big artist there around them time, your parents give you a name, right? Any Rihanna in the house? No, too young? I was named after Whitney Houston, but I never get it. I never get it at all. Unfortunate, don't. If I had half of the voice that Tracy have, every function may sing. Would I match my name, not true? But unfortunately, I can't sing. All right, so thank you very much, Tracy. We'll be moving on to the best part of the program. I think it's the best part of the program, which is awarding of the trophies. Everybody excited? All the students excited for their trophies? Someone excited. Are you excited to get your trophies? Okay. All right, so I will now ask Mr. Green to present the trophies. Mr. Akeem Smith will be assisting and handing out the trophy along with Mr. Porter. So Mr. Green and Mr. Porter. All right. Give you the charge, and then we'll lead into presenting the trophies to our bright sparks this evening. So give Mr. Roman Myers a big round of applause.
Thank you very much. Pleasant afternoon, everyone. At age 31, Jermaine Porter has been in active youth leadership for over 10 years. Leadership started in high school, where he was form captain in first form, in fourth form, prefect, peer counselor, and in fifth form, he became president of the student council of Lacovia High School. He is currently the president for the National Police Youth Clubs Council of Jamaica. A life of solid youth representation, he also served as president of the St. Elizabeth Youth Council from 2008 to 2010 and is a two-time National Youth Parliamentarian. Mr. Porter received the Heroes Day Award in 2008 from the Jamaica Cultural Development Commission, St. Elizabeth, for outstanding voluntary service to youth in the parish. First youth of the parish to receive such an award. He is a final year social work major at the Northern Caribbean University and is employed to the St. Elizabeth Parish Council as Assistant Inspector of Poor. Mr. Porter received the Prime Minister's Youth Award for Excellence in 2011, the highest youth award bestowed upon young people of Jamaica in the era of youth in service. Mr. Porter is also the Jamaica National Building Society's Youth Ambassador to Northern Caribbean University. He also serves on the United Nations Youth Advisory Committee with special responsibility for special events. He was recently elected first Deputy Chairman for the National Youth Council of Jamaica, an umbrella organization under the Ministry of Youth and Culture. His responsibilities include advocacy, sports, training, and development. Mr. Porter in 2016 received the Governor General's Award for Excellence in 2016 for outstanding contribution to community and leadership. He was invited by the White House to the town hall meeting with Barack Obama on his visitation to Jamaica in April 2015. Jermaine Porter is, Jermaine Porter is a regional case manager working with the Organization of American States. Jermaine Porter is also a youth ambassador in the office of the Governor General of Jamaica. So at this time, please make him feel welcome.
Again, I think you have listened to me a lot this morning, and I'm here to make it even more shorter, way more shorter. I think the minister deserves a big round of applause for putting on such a very important event as this. I want to thank our chairman and the organizing committee and for really inviting me to speak to you. And it is very difficult to speak to such a very bright set of young people like you. You know, I feel like I've been graded up here. But I just want to touch on some very important points, and then we hand over to the most important in really getting your awards and getting recognized. I often realize that sometimes when persons are bright, the competition becomes very stiff. And ever so often we forget those who lack. I want to say to many of you that true education is really remembering those who lack and giving them a hand up. If you want to be powerful and if you want to be influential, remember those who are not as bright as you. Yes? So that is my first point, the importance of giving support. I want you also to know that generation rests on your shoulders. And you might be wondering what that means. Your success is not all about you. Your success really is understanding that your mother didn't get that opportunity and understanding that future you have that responsibility for a generation that is coming after you. And so I encourage you to go to school with that understanding that you are standing in the gap of two generations. The generation that didn't do as well as you are, and the generation that is depending on your success. I want you to understand that poverty is not an excuse. Ever so often we find young people saying that, you know, mommy didn't have it, and because mommy didn't have it, then that is excuse for you not to do well. Gone are those days. I said to you earlier that my mother was a domestic worker. I also said to you that I went to Lacovia High. And I had to walk from Glencoe, which is 2 miles out of Santa Cruz, to school in Lacovia, and that was just a few years ago. And I would get $100 each day for my lunch money. $80 out of that $100 was for transportation. So I would walk it to school and walk it back, whether it is morning shift or it is evening shift. When I go to school, my mother boss would give her, he's my height, and would give her shoes. Sometime, I remember one time, I got a shoes and the shoes was so tight. And we know how to stretch shoes, not true? So what my mother did was to put a red stripe beer bottle in the shoes, hoping that that leather shoes would stretch. Unfortunately, that shoes didn't stretch. So what she did was to put some wet sand. You know, so wet sand can stretch shoes? Yes, man. So she put some wet sand in the shoes and it stretched a little. Lo and behold, I had to walk from Glencoe. How much miles I said Glencoe is out of Santa Cruz? I have to walk from Glencoe to Santa Cruz. Let's say the shoes were size 5, my foot was about size 8. And she used, you know, when you want to get on shoes, and what you use when you want to get on the shoes? No, man, she didn't use a plastic bag. What she did was put some cooking oil. I remember the pain like it was yesterday. She put some cooking oil on the shoes, you know. And the sun had me a walk to Santa Cruz now, you know. And she got a fork. And she turned the fork upside down at the pointed part. And so she turned the foot, she used the fork and I guide the foot like, and lo and behold, ladies and gentlemen, the foot finally gets in the shoes. And I can tell you the excruciating pain I felt from Glencoe to Santa Cruz. And when I reached Santa Cruz, I realized that I can't take it no more. I had to take off the shoes and walk back home, barefooted. But that didn't stop me. So you know when you go to school and your shoes start to give way, they would say that your shoes are baked bread. Yes? But fortunately, I had a dressmaker that, you know, lives nearby, and she have orange thread, green thread, purple thread. When I left Lakovia, I would have to go home to sew it up. So I have skills in shoe sewing. Yes? And you know, we would polish the shoes. You know, you have to polish it in black to make it even. But you know, guess what happened? When the rain fall, all of the little polish after the shoes wash off. So that shoes was a multicolored shoes. And as soon as he reached the school, he burst back out. To the extent that the shoemaker said to me that, listen, there's nothing more me can do to these shoes. Because I took that shoes to shoemaker so many times that the shoemaker said that, listen, I can't do anything more to it. But guess what happened? My mother, each morning when I was leaving out, would say to me, go to school, take in your lesson. So I was unfortunate like some parents who would have come in and you have a parent guiding you through homework. I wasn't so fortunate. Go to school, take in your lesson, because there was 5 of us single parent. And today, not one of us can say we turn out to be Croft. Yes? Because I have 2 brothers who are police officers, myself a social worker, my sister who works in Santa Cruz, and my other sister who is not working because she decided that she don't want to work. Yes? So I say that to say to you that we have been there, done that with poverty. Not true? A lot of us here, and because we have it why our kids are seated here, but because we understand the importance of education. We understand that failure is not an option. We know the liberty that some people take with it because we have the qualification, not true? And because we understand that past, we determine that we're not going to make our picnic go through the same situation. And so I believe that you must be commended. My final point. It is very important in a world of confusion that you know who you are. And you don't let nobody define who you are. You are going into now a global arena, big competition. And as soon as you start high school, everybody is defining. Know who you are before you even start high school. Be confident in who you are. And be careful, as the minister said earlier, those who you associate with. Show me a friend and show me a friend and you see, because me want to reach up top, I associate myself with those who are up there. Because I want to reach up top, I associate myself with those who are up top. They're very ups when it comes to top people. If I'm at a function, I want to know, I want to have a card, I want to know email address, I want to keep the contact. Cliff Hughes came to a function recently. I know Cliff Hughes is very powerful. I make sure I get Cliff Hughes' number. Because it might be that a situation arises and I'm going to need Cliff Hughes. I might go into the bank and the bank full up. I must know everybody in the bank. Links work. Nobody tell us that links no work. Know people. Be push up. Make people know your name because your name is your brand. Did you know that? Your name is your brand. Your name represents also your family. So it's no longer about you. It's not about your family. It's not about your community. I'm expecting great things from you, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Applause. I tell you something short and spicy, not true? And that he was. Thank you very much, Mr. Porter. Anybody remember anything that Mr. Porter said? Let's see a hand. Bright spark in the front. Failure is not an option. Can I hear everybody say that very powerful line? Failure is not an option. Next hand. I see a hand. Yes. Because he never know nothing about the oil in the shoes, you know. But he learned today, right? So we learned some things, because I know about the oil, but I didn't know about the sand. I didn't know about the sand at all. So we all learned something new today. And remember, poverty is not an excuse. That's another powerful line that you should never forget. Poverty is not an excuse to excel and to be great. Because most of we here no born rich. We no born with gold spoon in our mouth. Not true. We don't know the line, not true. We no born with gold spoon in our mouth. But with education, you can break down all the barriers. Some of the barriers where you think that, oh my, I could not have crossed. Education can allow you to cross those barriers, make you great, make your family proud. So remember, failure is not an option, and poverty should not be an excuse for you to be great. All right? Give Mr. Porter a big round of applause. I am very, very proud of Mr. Porter, even though I'm younger. But I remember when 2007, when I was awarded Parish Youth from Heroes Day, Mr. Porter and I was the only, say, when you hear Heroes Day, you only hear about old people, older persons. And in 2007, I'm gonna give my age. At that age, I was the youngest person to be awarded that year, and Mr. Porter was the second youngest. And it was an incredible feat to stand beside Mr. Porter, to know that we as young people will be breaking barriers. And I'm proud that he has been where he has been, because he did not let his poverty and his situation bring him down. So a lot of you in the audience may see your parents or your grandparents or whoever is raising you struggle. Use that as a motivation. Use that as a motivation. Don't use it to discourage yourself. Use it as a motivation to excel and say, look, my mother built out a door, so me I make sure I can build a bathroom for her. Don't say, my mother built out a door, so I can build out a door too. No, we're talking about uplifting yourself, uplifting your family, and be the best that you can be. All right? Right now, let me stop talk, and we meet to the meat of the matter, where our wonderful students will be awarded with these beautiful trophies on my left, and Miss Tracy Myers and Mr. Akeem Smith will assist with handing over the trophy to Mr. Green so that we can make the presentation. So Mr. Green. Round of applause. Britannia will be attending St. Elizabeth Technical. Little Brianna. Britannia. Give Britannia a big round of applause. It's actually Britannia. Okay. We have some short people this year. But Mr. Webb will be going to St. Elizabeth Technical High. Black River Primary and Infant, we start with Mishka Bell. Big hand for Mishka Bell. She's the top girl for Black River Primary School. And she'll be going to Hampton School. Give her a big round of applause. All right, so the new names, the mayor kind of beat me, you know, but T-A-I, Ty. Boy, Ty Grant. Top boy, is he here? Sir Ty is not here today. Ahari Dixon. I hear, Lord Jesus. Shantoya Evans. Najir Nish. Kiara Seals. Justin Brooks. Joel Michelle Gillespie. Evan Patterson, Parish Lewis, Raheem Beckford, Melissa Francis, Josiah James, Amani Foster, Hadijah Wallace, Kendra Davis. They're not here today, but their trophies will be sent to the school. We're next to Brompton Primary. Tajari Hall. Is he here? She? Tahari? Not here? Zaria Blake. Give Miss Zaria a big round of applause. Top girl at Brompton Primary. Continue the round of applause. Encourage them. And Miss Zaria will be attending Hampton School. Next we have Zaria's best friend, Shade Lawrence, who will also be going to Hampton School. Is saying, show me your company and tell you who you are? Two best friends going to Hampton School. Congratulations again for Brompton Primary, Miss Blake and Shade Lawrence. Crawford Primary, this name again, you know, Kisari Smith. Give Miss Smith a big round of applause. I think you're going to a school in Westmoreland, not true? Oh, Hampton School, Miss Kasari Smith. And next we would have Mr. Maurice Morgan. Is Mr. Morgan here? Give Mr. Morgan a big round of applause. Miss Kasari Smith. Am I saying it right? Kisari Smith and Maurice Morgan from Crawford Primary School. The next school is Geneva Primary, followed by Giddy Hall Primary. Geneva is Lizania Baker. Give Miss Lizania a big round of applause. Miss Lizania will be attending the St. Elizabeth Technical School, looking very bright and beautiful. Followed by Mr. Davine Ibanks. Davine. Oh, Davine is not here. Moving on to Giddy Hall Primary, Venetia Sims. Venetia. And Mr. Walters will be attending the Belmont Academy. Continue to work hard, Mr. Walters, who will be attending Belmont Academy in Westmoreland. Fullerswood Primary is next, followed by Newcomb Valley Primary. Fullerswood, we have Nikoshe Foster. Nikoshe Foster, not here. And Sterel Gale. Sterel. Newcomb Valley Primary, Shantae Williamson. Give Miss Williamson a big round of applause. And she'll be attending my alma mater, Black River High School. Give her a big round of applause. Followed by Shakoy Perry. Shakoy Perry. And we have an additional over 90 student here. Oh no. So we're next to Hopewell Primary. Tashawn Sinclair. Do we have Tashawn here? Followed by Savia Barnes. Which school are they going? And Mr. Porter will be very happy to hear that Tashawn will be attending his alma mater. Tashawn Sinclair will be attending the Lacovia High School. And Tavia, well decked out in her Hampton School uniform. Miss Tavia Barnes, congratulations. We'll be moving on to Middle Quarters Primary School, then to Sandybank Primary School. Middle Quarters, we have Tashima Roden. Tashima, she's the top girl, and actually I remember at graduation she got so many awards, but a very impressive one. She was one to get the top 10 in the country in terms of highest score in the country. So give Miss Roden a big round of applause. She was one of the top students in Jamaica when it comes to percentage. Move on to Mr. Barrett. Kent Roy Barrett, proud son of a proud mother who is also a teacher at Middle Quarters Primary School. Congratulations, Kent Roy, who will be attending Mr. Green's alma mater. I just can't wait, you know. Mr. Green's alma mater, Monroe College. Give Mr. Kenroy Barrett a big round of applause. And we have from Middle Quarters Primary, we had 6 persons who achieved over 90%. Chrisania Reed is next. So we have 6 students. And I want to share a story, you know. This young lady is junior counselor for the Brompton Division. She is my protege. She is mini-me for a year, and I'm extremely proud. Miss Chrisania Reed. Next in line, Miss Icon Darian. Give Miss Darian a big round of applause. She'll also be attending the Hampton School, well decked out in her beautiful blue. Congratulations, Miss Icon Darian. We also have 2 other students from Middle Quarters. Danielle Lindo, who also participated in our council's, what were you again, superintendent for a year? Yes. So we have, you know, that the council each year choose students all across the parish, and Miss Christiana Reed was the councillor for Brompton Division, and this young man, wonderful young man, Daniel Lindo, was the superintendent for the council. All right, give him a round of applause. We also have Miss Candice Daly. Give Miss Daly a big round of applause. Also from Middle Quarters Primary School, achieving over 90% in her Gsat results. So continue to do well, Middle Quarters. We have 6 wonderful students over 90%. Sandybank Primary, Carice James. Which school will be going? And Miss James, as I heard, is also a big athlete, big runner, big runner. Ooh, she was wanted by about 10 schools, but chose to stay with her first choice, which is Hampton School. Oh, you're going Edwin Allen. Oh, she'll follow her dreams. You see the passion and the dreams of Mr. Green did talk about. Even though she's brilliant, she can't run. You know, so the foot can give you a lot of money. Remember, you said both. So let's continue her dream. And Demario Ibanks will be the top boy from Sandybank Primary. Little Mr. Bright Spark. Which school? And Mr. Ibanks will also be going to Mr. Green's alma mater, Monroe College. Sly Police Primary and Infant. Naracia Miller. Not J.C. Miller. Come in and call her name right in her answer. Not J.C. Miller. Not here. That's not right? Pronounce it for me. Is she here? Javion Drummond. Javion Drummond. Can't manage their name, you know. Najasia is here. Oh. All right, we have Pedro Plains Primary. Makeda James. Give Makeda James a big round of applause, followed by Roshane Ricketts. Miss James. Is Roshane Ricketts here? Move on to Parity Primary. Shantae Mason and Rosine Bennett. Rashawn. Oh. Rashawn Bennett will be attending Manchester High School. Cool Mandeville. Mr. Bennett will be going there. Shantae Mason, not here. Five-Spen Primary. Dahlia Chana. Give Miss Chana a big round of applause. She'll be attending the St. Elizabeth Technical School, followed by Ricardo Simpson. Ricardo, who is also my little cousin, and will be attending the Monroe College. Give Mr. Simpson a big round of applause for me. Ponside Primary, Sashina Salmon and Roger Barnes. Miss Sashina Salmon. I got that right? Yes. And she, I know your face familiar, you know, man. I know the face is familiar. She is the junior counselor for the Mountainside Division in our council's youth junior counselors. I know her face was very familiar. And top netballer for the parish. So you see, so we're going with beer things. Mr. Roger Barnes. Followed by Bigwoods Primary, Denisha Grinley, and Andrew Belair. It's Blair? Oh, and not my fault. It's spelled wrong. So Andrew Blair, little Andrew, attending with school. Black River High. Give Mr. Blair a big round of applause. And Miss Grinley. Next, we have Mountainside Primary. All right, so I know I can't really catch up with the name, but it starts with O and it ends with A. Opatria. This is not too easy. Opatria. Dennis. Miss Dennis attending Hampton School. Give Miss Dennis a big round of applause. Followed by Miss Tiffany Gray, who is one of the students that got over 90. See, we have a lot of bright students getting beer 90s. I said a proud mother. We follow by Ajay Thompson, who is the top boy at Mountainside Primary. So Mountainside Primary have 3 students coming out. A very good job, Mr. Principal and teachers. All right. Did I leave out anybody? His alma mater, the Monroe College. Give Mr. Sams a big round of applause. All right.
did Gsat, but she wasn't the top girl. It was Sharon.
What school?
It was Sharon Forshaw was the top girl.
Oh.
Javier.
Hold on, parents. Let us get the cameraman. Cameraman, you can see everybody? Everybody smiling? All right, everybody smile after 3. 1, 2, 3. Smile. Where's the cheese then? Hold on. Our parents, you can go on, right? Cameraman, so. Where's my camera? Everybody look at the camera right there. In the paper. I don't want to look too serious, so they'll come in the paper. Alright? So after 3, we're going to say cheese. 1, 2, 3. Cheese. I don't want something else to happen. So after 3, 1, 2, 3.
Pepsi. True. Yes. At the MP's office, we'll be giving the vote of thanks.
My name is Akeem Smith, as was just said, and I would like to thank each and every one of you, the hardworking parents, the hardworking principals and teachers, and most of all, the ones why we're here, the hardworking students. I want to encourage you to keep working hard. The journey is not over. It has just begun. So use the confidence that you've gained from primary schools and carry on through to high schools and through to tertiary institutions. Push on and keep on and make your community, your friends, your family, and your nation very proud. I thank you.
The Monroe College and the University of the West Indies. So me tell us, you'll be a bright people here, so it's not true. You never believe me, not true. All right. So we're at the end of the event. I want to remind us all of what happened here today in terms of the message that was sent, and let us continue to do well for our children. That's to the parents and to the teachers. Continue to motivate, continue to uplift, continue to give them the strength that they need to continue being good students and good adults in the future. To the students moving on to high school, remember, we have to achieve at all costs, all moral and legal costs, that is. And remember what Mr. Porter says, that poverty is not an excuse for failure, and failure is not an option. So let's continue to give our children the best that we can give. And children, students, I shouldn't call it students, young adults, remember that sometimes when the parents can't afford it, it's not for you to be upset, it's not for you to go out and find other means. That's not your responsibility. Allow your parents to give you what they have, and continue to be grateful and appreciative. And sometimes you can say, thank you, mommy, thank you, daddy, because sometimes that's all they hear, and that's all they need to continue to motivate them to work harder for you. So students, remember, sometimes tell your mommy and daddy thanks, because they're working very hard to make sure that you are all right, right? So parents and students, teachers, principal, thank you for coming. Thank you for making this event what it is, because without you, it would not have been possible. And continue to excel, continue to achieve and strive for greatness, because guess what? Education is the key to success, and education can break down every barrier. We have refreshment at the back. Thank you for coming, and continue. And before I leave, I must thank wholeheartedly this institution, the Heart Trust NTA, for hosting us this afternoon. They were very welcoming. They allowed us to have their auditorium. Their students at the back has prepared some delicious refreshments for us. Give them a big round of applause for me. They have done well. You're always open to help us. And as you know, if you're good with skill, or you know anybody who is good with skills, please encourage them to sign up with Heart. It is really and truly the gateway to trade and skills training. So let's continue to work together, build each other, and continue to do good, love God. Blessings to all. Mr. Smith, have an announcement before we leave.
Good evening again, parents. We'll be having a representative from Heart Trust NTA just to give a brief overview of the program that are currently available.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Shari Charlton, Head of Section Program Coordinator, and I just want to introduce to you for the parents, and you may be interested as well as persons in your community, that for some of our programs that we have started in September. So for those who are interested in learning how to use a computer and to work in our business process outsourcing, or what you may know as our call centers, we have a database operations level 2 program that's a part-time program open for September. So all the programs that I'm going to go through are open for September. We also have accounting level 3, cake baking and decorating level 2, and this program starts September, and I can tell you it's going to end in December. Administrative assistant level 3, business management supervision level 3, general construction level 3, and wall and floor tiling level 3. So once you're interested, you can come into our office here or in Santa Cruz, complete an application form online or paper-based if we're not able to get you on the system at the time, and we get you started. For all our Heart programs, you only need 1 CXC, or you sit our entrance or diagnostic test, and that's at a grade 9 level, math and English, and we start your processing there. I'll also tell you about one last program that we're introducing along with the Jerry and Nephew Academy, and that is our introduction to bartending and mixology that's starting. We are actually going to be training between 3 and 4 cohorts for 1 week, so the program is only 35 hours, and it's part-times, evenings and weekends. And we give you, at the end of it, you get from the Jerry Neville Academy a success bar kit, and all your supplies are provided. And it's tuition free. The programs that I mentioned earlier, for level 2 programs, the cost is only $3,500. And for level 3 programs, the cost is only $5,500. So you can come in, call, and I can assist you, or the career development officer can assist you in ensuring that you choose the right skill to start off your career. Thank you very much.
Floyd Green, Member of Parliament for Southwest St. Elizabeth and Minister of State in the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information. Well, today we're having our Gsat High Achievers Awards. It's our second such awards. We started it last year, and we've made it into an annual event where we award the top boy and top girl from every primary school across the constituency. So 18 primary schools normally, so 36 awardees, but this year we did it a little differently because these children are doing so well, and we want to ensure that we encourage high performance. We're not only awarding the top boy and the top girl, we're awarding any student across the constituency who got over 90 average on the Gsat examination. So this is really to encourage our students to do well, and for those who do well to say congratulations. And for us, we find as a society we don't take enough time to congratulate those among us who do well, especially our children, and to reaffirm them and to say to them that they're doing well and that we're proud of them, and to encourage them to do better. So they would have gathered today with their parents, their guardians, also teachers and principals, and we would have had a wonderful event. And clearly we will keep this going, and this is part of our broader educational program for the constituency. So for the constituency, I put over $6 million towards education. We do secondary school grants, primary grants, and tertiary grants. And this year we're helping over 800 children across the constituency, right across the education sector, to fulfill their dreams. So this is part of our role and my role as a member of parliament to say to our young people that education is the real vehicle for transformation. And if you do well, we will reward you.
Thanks for watching Beyond the Soundbites. Stay tuned.